Hi everyone, this is Roshi from Shagun Weddings, and thank you so much for joining our episodes of Shagun Stories. We put these episodes together just to give you a bit of a real life experience and stories from our couples. Hi guys.
Hi.
Great.
Good, yeah, not bad.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It's really useful, I'm sure, for many couples who will be watching. I know you guys have had a bit of a sort of emotional roller coaster and a crazy time. For those listening, Bhavini and Kiran had to postpone their wedding due to coronavirus, and they were meant to get married at the end of March and had to postpone until much later in the year. So, without me rambling on, I'm going to pass it over to Bhavini and Kiran to kind of share their experience with us. And just really tell us how you're feeling.
I think we're feeling good. We're quite happy with the decision that we made. It was quite a last minute one, so we had to wait maybe 3 or 4 days before the wedding before we made the decision to postpone it, because it was just before isolation. But to be honest, we're really happy with the decision we made. The most important thing was we kept our family and friends safe, and we're quite happy with that, so feeling good now.
Good. Well, you guys, you look super calm, and I think been over the kind of the worst of it in terms of moving stuff. Obviously, initially you guys were right near the edge, probably 2 days before lockdown that we made the decision. But I think with all the suppliers and yourselves and you guys working with your family, definitely made the right decision. You guys are now looking forward to a winter wedding, which is quite exciting. How do you feel like it will change the dynamics of your wedding, or any kind of theming that you may have with it?
Yeah, we're super excited for it. It will be hopefully a little bit different. We're trying to keep it as similar as possible to what we had initially planned, but that was going to be spring themed, and it might even be a bit festive, which will be good.
Yeah, no, Bhavini is already discussing the festive spin she can put on things, so
I'm sure we'll have some detailed calls around that. Yeah, no, it's perfect. I think, winter's got so much to bring. You've got like the winter wonderland elements of it. You've got the Christmas season as well. And, your venue is beautiful. Bhavini and Kiran are getting married at the beautiful venue at the Grove, which is very local to us as well. And they've got their own sort of winter sets that they'll have. So we'll be able to jazz it up accordingly, hopefully. So whilst you were moving your wedding and moving it to later in the year, what was the most important thing for you?
I think we've built such great rapport with all of our suppliers, including yourself, Roshni, and Kiran at Shagun.
Yeah.
We wanted to maintain all of our suppliers that we had. So trying to find a date that was mutually feasible for all of our suppliers was probably number one priority. Obviously that limits what dates you can do, but luckily, you guys were also flexible, and it just helped us find and pin down a date that worked for everyone. And I think that was really key, actually, because during the whole planning phase, you work so closely with your suppliers, including yourself, and it would be a shame to have to go through that from the beginning. And you kind of feel that your suppliers got to understand you, what you're after. I don't think that is very easy to reproduce again. So I think that was probably the most important thing for me, and I think for Bhavini as well.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. Everyone was really helpful and able to accommodate each other and us. So yeah, our most important thing definitely was to get all the suppliers that we'd already had on board for the postponed date.
What tip would you give to couples who are currently in the process of moving their wedding?
Definitely to keep really close to your suppliers, so they'll be your best friends for a few days or weeks. But actually, the closer you keep with them and the more you keep them informed of dates and what you're after, you'll actually find that they're really supportive. We had such a good experience. It was very easy for us to rearrange our dates because everybody worked together. So we found our suppliers were not only talking to us, they were talking to each other. So I'd just say the closer you keep with them, the easier the process will be.
And I also think that actually there's a sense of relief once you've actually pinned down a new date, because the hardest part is that little emotional roller coaster leading up to your wedding where you're not sure as to whether it should go ahead or not. But once you've just made that executive decision and you moved it, you've just got a bit more chill about yourself, and you can just plan for the future.
At what point do you take the decision to move your date?
We left it very last minute. And I mean, the lockdown was initiated on the Monday, and our wedding was the Saturday before, so literally 2 days before. So even on, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were planning to go ahead, and I think we gave you guys a phone call on Thursday morning saying that, look, 2 days before, let's just cancel. So we took it right to the wire. So, I mean, I don't think couples going forward will necessarily have that problem, because I imagine they're not right on the board. It'll be less stressful if you do it slightly earlier than we did. That's for sure.
I think the more time you give it, the easier it will be to rearrange and give yourself some peace of mind, because it was quite stressful leading up to making that decision. So I'd say that earlier you make the decision, the easier it will be for you.
Yeah, I have to say, even receiving the calls from yourselves, when we received the calls, you were both so calm. Even if you didn't feel that way inside, you were very calm. You gave us the suggested dates, and as you said, Kiran, you did keep it quite close to the wire. But it all worked out for the best, and we were trying so hard as suppliers to try and get the events done for you. Did you learn anything from the process, and also just being put in the situation, obviously so unexpectedly? Any kind of learnings from it that you would like to share?
I think planning a wedding is stressful enough without these sort of curveballs thrown into the mix. I think you just got to put full trust in your suppliers. I mean, you guys did a fantastic job in reassuring us, getting us moved over to another date pretty much hassle-free, and we really appreciated that. So literally putting all your trust in your suppliers, and you just learn to realise that actually you can only control what you can control, and whatever else happens out there is beyond you. So don't try to take everything on your own shoulders, and just deal with it day by day, and give your suppliers their responsibility and trust that they can do a fantastic job. You just plan what you can plan, and then let in this case Mother Nature take its course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I think that's a really good tip for everyone, that sometimes things are just outside of your control. I think the whole industry, and not just our industry but many industries, have had to become very flexible to try and work around all of this, and it is super difficult for everyone out there at the moment, but I'm hoping that we'll get to a happier place later in the year, ready for your wedding. Having been through all of this, what are you guys most looking forward to now?
I think when the date finally arrives, all of our family and friends have said they're just going to party twice as hard. So we're just really looking forward to the wedding and then the party afterwards. So
I think everyone's just very deprived of a good night out, so it would be a good excuse.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've. I think that's the kind of case for everyone. But yeah, as you said, it will be better and sweeter when it happens. How did your family and parents feel? Obviously in the run-up, but once you guys had postponed your dates too.
I definitely think it was just as stressful, if not more, for our parents in particular. So up until the point of deciding we'd postpone the date, it was really quite worrying for them. So when we made that decision, I think we all felt a sense of relief, not just us but our parents. It helped a lot for everybody involved, the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Indian weddings, what tends to happen is a lot of people will come also because of loyalty, and they felt a sense of obligation, but you can understand that there is some sort of there's a bit of concern in the background. So I think people that did say no said it with a very heavy heart, that they didn't want to come. But actually, as Bhavini said, once people realised we were going to postpone, there was that sense of relief as well. So I think in that sense, I don't think we regret postponing it. I think ultimately we made the right decision for that reason alone.
And I think for any couples that are thinking, nobody wants to do it, nobody wants to postpone their wedding date, but actually when you think of the safety and the well-being of your loved ones, it is definitely the right thing to do. So don't worry, everyone will understand all of our family friends were very understanding and supportive of the decision that we made.
Well, I think that's so warming to hear, and you know, it is so much nicer to feel that everyone will be able to attend your wedding later in the year than people either feeling obligated and not feeling 100% comfortable. So you know, Kiran, I think you're bang on when you say that. So now a quick fire round. So the best thing about wedding planning?
The food tasting.
Yeah. Cake tasting and food tasting.
Lovely. Worst thing about wedding planning?
Budgeting.
Hardest supplier to book?
Oh.
The marriage was difficult.
Yeah, marriage.
Okay.
Getting the marriage you wanted.
Brilliant.
They're in demand, those guys, honestly.
They are.
You want to do a shout out to your marriage?
Shout out to Vasudev Mehta.
Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for joining us. It has been really nice to have you guys on and just speak to you guys and actually physically see you over Zoom. It's been quite nice. Haven't really been able to do that since we last met you. So I'm wishing you all the best and lots of love. And we'll see you once lockdown is lifted.
Thank you.
Thank you for the
Thanks
chat.
for all your help.
Really appreciate it. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.